If you want to make $100,000 in HVAC this summer, there are two ways to do it, but one of them is a lot easier. Let me show you how. So if you're the person that markets only using their van and a person has to drive by you basically to get your phone number, you're probably missing out on a huge amount of business. Here's why. Only 25% of local home businesses are marketing online. The one place where your customer can see you 4 or 5 times a day because they have their cell phone in their hand and they're always on Facebook and Instagram. If you're like them, you know I'm telling the truth. This ad on a van is boring, but of course it can allow somebody to get your phone number. But this short, funny video can get much better attention, especially if it leads directly to your calendar. It can get you in front of people and get them on the phone with you.
I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. I haven't eaten in probably 2 days. I'm just trying to sort of push through.
So when you think about marketing, I want you to think about what the actual numbers say. 78% of people look online on their phone and it leads to a purchase in 24 hours. 20% of calls go unanswered during the weekdays, over 40% on the weekends, and 84% of people are at least looking online before going with an HVAC company. So let's talk about what the numbers look like once you get in front of those customers online. Let's say your ad spend is about $750 a week. And the cost per lead, $25 to get somebody's name, email, and phone number. But because it's hot, because their AC went out, 55% of the people that go to your page actually book a call because they want to talk now. That leads to a show up rate. Some of them are going to show up. You're going to, let's say you have 14 sales calls in that week, quick calls, but you're closing 75% of them because you're the first person that actually they saw an advertisement for once their AC went out. And these numbers aren't just like made up. This is actually based on industry standards. I did the research and I'm telling you, this is what the numbers say. Let's say you make 11 sales out of those 14 because some people want to go with somebody else, right? Some people are still waiting. Some people, the issue isn't that bad yet. And let's say you only make an average of $400 per time you go out, right? You go out, you spend 2 hours at the house, you make $400. If you were to do that, that revenue for the week would be $4,400 just based on this amount of ad spend. But let's turn it up a notch. Let's say you actually had to do some installations, right? Where you're making, let's say $2,500 per installation. And let's say you can get 1 to 2 of those per week. I use 1.5. Obviously you can't do 1.5 per week, but let's say you get 1 to 2 per week, which means the average is 1.5. Those numbers mean that in the 13 weeks of summer, you can make $48,750 from installations and $57,200 from service calls. That puts you at a summer revenue of $105,950. And that is how you make over $100,000 from HVAC in a summer by marketing in the one place that your customers are definitely going to see you. Now, if you're great at HVAC, but you want my help setting up this simple selling system for your business, go ahead and click the link in the description below, book a call, and we'll talk about how you can get started. Talk to you soon.